Hello, good evening and welcome to the wheelchair basketball men's gold medal game. Here live, of course, on Paralympic Sport TV. It's been a hugely impressive tournament from that man on your screen, Patrick Anderson, Canadian number 12. 32 points he scored to see off the USA in double overtime just 2 days ago now. But it's a whole new proposition for Anderson and co. as Canada face off against the Australian men's team for that coveted gold medal at the end of this 2008 Paralympic wheelchair basketball tournament. There's the tip, Anderson wins it, but it's knocked into the path of Brad Ness, and Australia have the first possession. Ness inside the paint, up goes the shot, doesn't sink for two. Earlier on this evening, we saw Great Britain's men play against the USA in the bronze medal game, and a comfortable victory there for the GB side. Terry Bywater scoring 32 points for Great Britain. Foul called on the play there against the Australians. Looks like it's against their number 4, that's Justin Everson. Averaging 19 points a game is Everson, hitting 65% of his shots in this tournament so far. And that foul means that Patrick Anderson will go to the line for his first 2 shots of the evening. And a rare occurrence that Anderson misses with his first shot. He will have a second opportunity at the basket though. And misses with that one too. Good rebounding there by Sean Norris, number 7 for Australia. This is their captain, Brad Ness, number 15. Hugely experienced player, very, very talented also. Sean Norris now in possession, into the paint he goes. Up goes a shot off the glass, and it's the first 2 points of the evening to the Australian team. Sean Norris, they're such an influential player for them. Very, very quick around court. A good outside shooter for Australia, and he'll have a very, very important role to play for them tonight. Chris Stoutenberg with the first shot there from the floor for Canada. Misses that, and they miss the second one as well. So Australia come away with the defensive rebound. And the score at the moment, 2-0 to the Australians. Everson under the basket, right-handed shot, and it's good for 2. And the Australian fans there getting behind their team as they push them towards what they hope will be a Paralympic gold in about an hour and a half's time. In under the basket goes Anderson, misses that one again. Well rebounded there by Justin Everson. The Australians just trying to calm the pace of this opening play down, and Norris missing with that one. Good rebounding under the basket by Brad Ness. He misses his shot, and again rebounded by the Australians. As Norris missed his, Norris misses again. 3 in a row there from the Australians. The play stopped because Sean Norris tips out of his chair, but Australia will restart the game with possession after this timeout. Coach Mike Frogley of Canada wants to have a chat to his team. Just concerned with their start, 4-0 down inside the first couple of minutes, and no shots as yet going in the basket for Canada. Frogley, as we talked about the other night during that absolutely stunning men's semi-final against the USA, always a calm character. With him, no shouting, no screaming, a very calming influence on his side. Leaves the shouting and screaming to his team. Canadian fans there looking on. Ben Ettridge there, Australian coach, similarly calm, keeping his team nice and cool under pressure. So Australia to inbound the ball, and it's with Brad Ness, their captain, in centre court. Sean Norris now top of the 3-point line for Australia. Up goes the pass to Everson. Everson looking to get around the side, and it's going to come back out to Everson. He shoots it, doesn't go for Everson. Well reclaimed there by Patrick Anderson, the number 12 for Canada. He'll just look to take his time now. Wants to get some points on the board, but won't be rushing himself. into Boriskov. Good first basket there for the Canadians. And that's Jamie Boriskov. First 2 points, the 1 point player there, Boriskov. That means he's one of the more severely disabled players on the Canadian team. Of course, both teams only allowed just the 14 points. And that can be made up of 5 separate players. So, for example, Patrick Anderson is a 4.5 point player. Joey Johnson is a 4.5 point player, which makes 9. And then they make up with 3 guards who are all 1 or 2 pointers to make up to the 14 points. So Brad Ness now with the ball. Sean Norris, top of the key for Australia. Doesn't go off the ring, off the glass, and back down into the hands of Joey Johnson. He'll be looking for a far improved performance tonight. Johnson not on his best form against the Americans 2 days ago in the semi-final, but it can be such an impressive player when he needs to be. Still 4-2 now to Australia. 6 minutes 37 left in the first quarter here at the National Indoor Stadium, Beijing. And Brad Ness finds Brendan Dowler underneath the basket, and the experienced Dowler puts his first shot in the basket. Number 14 for Australia there. A wily old character, Brendan Dowler, and his experience told there. Didn't miss that shot. Needed to put it away for the Australians to give them a slight advantage in this early stages here at the National Indoor Stadium. Misses his free throw though, Dowler. He was fouled as he was shooting. He doesn't take the opportunity to put his team an extra point ahead of the Canadians. As we saw the other night, Canada never give in. They were 16 points down against USA 2 days ago. Came back to tie up the game in regular time and then finish it off in double overtime by 7 points in the end against the USA. USA eventually finishing 4th this evening. Overawed in the end by Terry Bywater and co of Great Britain in the bronze medal game just about an hour ago. So Patrick Anderson takes his time, goes out right, well defended there by Justin Eveson. Chris Stoutenberg picks up the pass from Anderson. Boriskov finds Anderson again. Good control there by Anderson. Nearly lost it, but not the greatest of passes. And that's rebounded well by the Australians. Away they come with Sean Norris. Norris trying to find the big man, Brad Ness, in the middle. And Ness gets his first 2 points of the evening underneath the basket. That's bread and butter to Brad Ness. Just finding the basket in off the glass. It stretches the lead now to 6 points in this first quarter. 8 points to 2 now, the Australians lead. Anderson looking for the long three. Goes. Good shooting that by Patrick Anderson. His first point of the evening. And it's a long three-pointer there. Took his time. Australia stood off him and he showed how dangerous he can be. Good shooting there by Sean Norris. The assist in from Justin Eveson to Norris. I said he needed to have a big game to support his forwards tonight, and Norris is coming up with the goods in these early stages. So trying to keep Joey Johnson and co outside, but good outside shooting there from Chris Stoutenberg. 1 point player, number 13 for the Canadians. Again, another player who has a lot of world-class experience. Not happy with that call from the referee though, the Canadians. They thought it would be their ball, but given against them. And Stoutenberg has a look of bemusement on his face. Just the 3 points between the teams now. Not a happy call that for Stoutenberg, as he clearly showed there he didn't touch the ball. But anyway, they've got to get on with it now. Brad Ness in control of the basketball for the Australians. Got options either side. Goes to his forward partner, Eveson. Shoots it. 2 for Eveson. That's great shooting there by the Australian number 4. Played a lot of his wheelchair basketball for clubs in Europe, Justin Eveson. Formerly of Sassari and Santa Lucia in Italy. Won the European Champions Cup with Santa Lucia. Then moved to the Galatasaray club in Turkey and repeated that feat, winning the European Cup again in 2008 with the Turkish outfit. So now Anderson in possession of the basketball, 12 points to 7, Canada trail, 4 minutes left to play in the first period of this gold medal game here at the National Indoor Stadium. Joey Johnson puts the shot up, it won't count though. The foul was called before he had the opportunity to shoot the ball. And the foul is called against Justin Eveson of Australia. So Canada have the possession. That's good work by the Canadians and good shooting by number 7, Richard Peter. His first basket of the evening. Found himself open under the basket at the restart. Slotted the ball in nice and comfortably. Brad Ness, long high pass, finds Eveson. Good tilt from Eveson and in off the glass. Good use of his body there to tilt his chair up, give him an added inch or two over the likes of Joey Johnson. And got the shot away well, great balance shown there. Foul called again on the play, and it looks like it's Eveson again who's going to get that one. Not a happy call for him, and it looks like that's his third. He's leaving the game. Troy Sachs comes into the game. Sachs, erratic player, some might say, scored 42 in a gold medal game in Atlanta 96 to beat Great Britain. But we haven't seen him much on the world stage since, or not to that effect anyway. Back here in Beijing and looking for another gold, 12 years on from Atlanta. So 14-10 now to the Australians. Norris in control of the basketball for them, trying to calm the team down. Troy Sachs looks at the long two, thinks about it, doesn't take it on. Up goes the long two, and that's fantastic shooting from the Australian guard. And that's Michael Hartnett, good shooting from him. His first shot of the evening, he just takes his time straight in the basket. That's what Ben Ettridge, the Australian coach, will be looking for. And Patrick Anderson now in control of the basketball, finds Boriskov. Jamie Boriskov thought about the shot but had the big player, Troy Sachs, on him and decided not to go for it. Chris Stutenberg now down the right-hand side, looks for Boriskov, but well claimed by Troy Sachs, using his height to his advantage. And away comes Sachs now with the basketball. Out it goes to Sean Norris. He takes his time, looks at the two-point shot, looks for the pass to Brad Ness, can't find him. And that's good rebounding. Oh, sorry, a good dispossession by Patrick Anderson. Now, Richard Peter tries to find Joey Johnson. Johnson draws a foul, and it's Brendan Dowder it's called against. That's his first foul of the evening. As I said earlier, Justin Eveson already out the game, or being taken out of the game by his coach, Ben Ettridge. 3 fouls early on this first quarter. And they decided to keep him for later on. So Troy Sachs into the game for that. Brendan Dowler's, though, first foul of the evening. Joey Johnson, good shooting from the Canadian big man. And Johnson misses with his second. Took a long time to get into the game against the USA. In the semi-final, Johnson came in with some big points later on. And starts off with his first free throw going in there. Good rebounding that by Patrick Anderson. Brad Ness just couldn't quite hold on, couldn't put the basket away, couldn't quite claim the rebound either. So the score now, 5-point ball game. Australia 16, Canada 11. Anderson trying to find his way through, finds Johnson, back to Anderson. Anderson over to Joey Johnson again. The shot goes up and he draws another foul from the Australians. He'll go to the line again. I think that foul was called against Troy Sachs, number 5. That'll be his first foul of the evening. Of course, each player has 5 fouls, and if they exceed, or if they get to the 5th foul, they have to leave the ball game. So 1 minute 33 left here in the first quarter. It's been a steady first quarter from both teams. And Joey Johnson there just makes it 4 points the difference now. He's hit 2 from 4 from the free throw line. And he leaves the game as David Eng, number 15 for Canada, comes in to replace him. Troy Sachs into Sean Norris. Norris tries to get that shot in the basket from over his head. Can't quite do it. Richard Peter now down the other end. Good for 2. Good breakaway basket that from the Canadians. They're trying to get the quick break on the Australians here. Richard Peter, very experienced player for them. Just slotted away the basket. Makes it 16-14 now to Australia. 1 minute left to play. And Australia will have possession from the Canadian baseline. Brad Ness into the paint, puts the shot up, doesn't go for him. Slow start to the evening from the Australian captain, usually so reliable in front of the basket. Good work round the back there by Richard Peter. Moves out, just taking his time, finds Stoutenberg. Stoutenberg dummies the shot, finds David Eng, looking for the 3, and it goes for the Canadians. Taking their time well there, Canada. Just 18 seconds left to play, and David Eng just slotting that 3-point shot in to give them their first lead of the evening. Not quite going to plan for the Australians at the end of this first quarter. Troy Sachs there shaking his head. They know they wasted that opportunity to go into the first quarter break. 1 point in the lead, and it's Patrick Anderson now in possession of the basketball. Looks for the long 3 again. Doesn't get it this time. Good rebounding there by Brad Ness. So the first quarter ends here at the National Indoor Stadium, Beijing, and it's Australia who are behind at the first break. That man Richard Peter, some important baskets from him. David Eng, a fantastic 3 for the Canadians, making it 17-16 at the first break. All to play for, still 30 minutes left of wheelchair basketball to come. These two teams, I've got a feeling it's going to be a close one again tonight. The Canadians went to double overtime in their semi-final. Australia had it rather easier, seeing off Great Britain in their semi-final. But lots of basketball still remains. Both teams just trying to get into this game. Lots of nerves would have been felt at the start of the match. Good shooting there by Brendan Dowler of Australia.